Hi folks, Bob Reese with the Guides Forecast, doing the dawn to dusk run. Today's fishing report is for Saturday, August 14th. Long day for me. Started about 5:30 in the morning. Did a double trip and didn't go so well in the morning. It was tough fishing. We started on the Oregon side, largely because everybody else in the world started on the Washington side, both above the bridge and below the bridge, and there was no first light bite despite being a great tide, so that was disappointing. We started the bridge on the Oregon side, trolled all the way down to Hammond. We got some bites, but they were jacks. It was clear they were jacks. I had a double at one point. They were jacks. And just saw a few fish, not many boats on the Oregon side, especially compared to the Washington side, but not many fish landed. Those that did fish the Washington side reported the same thing: sparse catches, tough fishing, lots of boats, and as is typically the case, as the tide progressed out, folks started fishing downstream of the bridge. And just, maybe a rare flurry, a 5, 6, 7 fish flurry. There was one of those around the church area. A lot of people fishing the 35 to 47 foot part of the river in blind channel over there. And the bottom line is that people struggled today in the river. A lot of people, because of the lipstick tournament. And I don't know what the end result was for big fish, but there's certainly big fish in the system. They were certainly marking on the screen. It was 70 degrees on the Oregon side, about 68 degrees on the Washington side. Just get the feeling that Saturdays are not great days to be fishing. When I was a fish checker for Fish and Wildlife, we noted that in the Willamette catches is that it was one of the weakest days for production. I don't know if all the boats disturbed them or what the story is, but there's definitely fish in the river and they're definitely not biting that well. But every day's different. Tomorrow could be different. There'll be less people on a Sunday. The second trip that I did, we went out in the ocean. It was a flat ocean. The river from about Bowie, right in front of Hammond, all the way down to the mouth, had that kind of choppy slop, I call it, where I don't even know what causes it. The wind wasn't blowing. It was the end of the tide. You'd think it would be boat wakes, but there weren't a lot of boats running around that area, so choppy slop on the lower end. And as we navigated through that and got to the ocean, the further we got away from the mouth, the calmer the ocean got. And it was, maybe indeed it was supposed to be a 4-foot swell in 11 seconds. I'm not sure it was even that. It was a gorgeous ocean. And we went out to the 17 line, which is really about due west of the lighthouse. And we found fish. Our first pass, we got 5 keepers right off the bat. Second pass, we got 3 keepers. So things were on track for a quick ocean limit. But best laid plans, right? Didn't pan out so well, and we had to work for quite a bit longer to get number 11 and number 12. But again, a good grade of coho. We lost a big Chinook out there. Had a hold of a couple of smaller tulies, legal size, but they're tulies, and we killed one. Number 12 was one of those. About 24, 25 inches. Remember, you can keep Chinook in the ocean that are greater than 22 inches north of Cape Falcon. So I was done with the ocean. Is that despite it being in great shape, we came back with our 12 fish. I didn't get my 2 again, but beautiful ocean to fish on is my plan for tomorrow. So I didn't catch much of what happened on the flood tide, but I think a lot of people were pretty discouraged. That flood tide is getting later every day, and the afternoon flood tide, and people are losing interest in fishing it. So that opportunity should still exist for another couple days, but I don't think it was spectacular. So overall, hopefully Sunday's a better day. Saturday wasn't great, so if you got out, hopefully you got lucky. And Chinook and Steelhead members, I'll send out the forecast after this. Thanks, folks.